The Galactic Federation's grand spaceport was a marvel of modern engineering, a sprawling metropolis of metal and light suspended in the void of space. Ships from countless civilizations docked and departed in an intricate ballet, each vessel a testament to the technological prowess of its creators. Amidst the sleek, cutting-edge vessels, one ship stood out for all the wrong reasons: the UNS Relentless. The Relentless was an anachronism, a relic from a bygone era of human space exploration. Its hull bore the scars of countless battles. The once proud insignia of the United Nations Space Command faded and chipped. The ship's design was angular and utilitarian, a stark contrast to the smooth organic curves of the newer alien ships. As it docked, a chorus of derisive laughter and snide remarks echoed through the spaceport. "Look at that old rust bucket," snickered a Xanthian pilot, his bioluminescent skin glowing faintly with amusement. "Did they drag that thing out of a museum?" an Orion engineer quipped, her multifaceted eyes reflecting the Relentless's worn exterior. Captain Sarah Mitchell stepped off the boarding ramp, her posture rigid and her expression unyielding. She was a seasoned veteran, her once bright auburn hair now streaked with silver, her eyes sharp and calculating. She ignored the mocking glances and whispers, her focus on the task at hand. Beside her, Lieutenant Mark Davis, a towering figure with a permanent scowl, and Dr. Elena Torres, the ship's chief engineer with a determined glint in her eyes, flanked their captain, sharing her silent defiance. The crew of the Relentless moved with a sense of purpose, their disciplined movements a stark contrast to the jeering aliens. They had faced adversity before, and they would do so again. For Sarah and her crew, the Relentless was more than just a ship. It was a symbol of their resilience and determination. The Federation's council chambers were a grandiose hall, filled with representatives from every corner of the galaxy. The room was a cacophony of colors and forms, each species bringing its unique presence to the assembly. Holographic displays projected maps and data, illustrating the growing threat of the Krogan Empire. The Krogans, a warlike race with a reputation for brutality, had been expanding aggressively, their incursions threatening the stability of the entire region. Sarah took her place at the long, curved table, her gaze sweeping over the assembled delegates. The Tarchan ambassador, a tall and slender being with translucent skin that shimmered in the ambient light, addressed the council. "The Krogan threat cannot be ignored. We must act decisively." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber, but there was also an undercurrent of doubt. The Federation's member species were diverse, and their priorities often clashed. As the debate continued, Sarah waited patiently for her turn to speak. When she finally stood, the room fell silent, the other representatives curious about what the human captain had to say. "The Krogan Empire is indeed a formidable threat," Sarah began, her voice steady and authoritative. "But we must not underestimate our own capabilities. Humanity has faced dire challenges before and emerged stronger each time. The UNS Relentless is ready to join this fight." A ripple of amusement passed through the chamber. The Tarkin ambassador couldn't suppress a smirk. "Your Relentless is outdated, Captain Mitchell. What can it possibly offer against the Krogan fleet?" Sarah's eyes flashed with determination. "Underestimate us at your peril," she replied. "The Relentless may be old, but it has been upgraded with advanced technology, and its crew is experienced and resourceful. We are more than capable of holding our own." Admiral Torvek, a stern and calculating Xanthian with skin that shifted hues based on his mood, spoke up. "Captain Mitchell, I admire your confidence, but this mission requires more than bravado. We need ships that can match the Krogan's firepower and speed." Sarah met his gaze unflinchingly. "With all due respect, Admiral, the Relentless is more than meets the eye. Give us the chance to prove it." The council members exchanged glances, weighing Sarah's words. After a moment, the Federation president, a dignified Quarian with a regal bearing, nodded. "Very well, Captain Mitchell. The UNS Relentless will join the task force. But know this, the stakes are high, and failure is not an option." As the meeting adjourned, Sarah felt a mixture of anticipation and resolve. The path ahead would be fraught with danger, but she had faith in her crew and their ship. The Relentless was ready to show the galaxy what humanity was capable of. The Federation's decision to send a task force to confront the Krogan Empire had sent ripples through the ranks. Sarah Mitchell's commitment to having the UNS Relentless lead the charge against the aggressive Krogan forces had drawn a blend of skepticism and curiosity. As the fleet began preparations, tensions ran high. Admiral Torvek, the Xanthian appointed to lead the mission, convened a strategic meeting in the fleet's command ship. His pale blue skin shifted to a deep indigo, a clear indication of his unease as he glanced at the human contingent. Representatives from various species gathered around a large holographic table displaying the Krogan threat. The Admiral's eyes settled on Sarah, and with a slight grimace, he began. "Our objective is to disable the Krogan advance and force them into a retreat. This will require coordinated strikes on their supply lines and shipyards," Torvek explained, his voice calm but firm. "Each ship has been assigned a role based on its strengths and capabilities." Sarah listened intently, her mind already working through potential strategies. When Torvek finally turned to her, there was an unmistakable edge in his tone. "Captain Mitchell, the UNS Relentless will take position in the vanguard." Snickers erupted around the table, but Sarah remained unperturbed. Torvek's eyes flickered with a hint of challenge as he continued. "Your ship will test the Krogan defenses, draw their fire, and provide us with critical data." Sarah nodded, understanding the implicit test within the assignment. "Understood, Admiral. The Relentless will lead the charge." As the meeting dispersed, Sarah gathered her officers in a quiet corner of the command ship's briefing room. Lieutenant Mark Davis, Dr. Elena Torres, and Communications Officer Jaden Park, a young but brilliant strategist, formed the core of her trusted team. "Vanguard position," Mark muttered, shaking his head. "They think we're expendable." "Let them think that," Sarah replied, her eyes gleaming with determination. "They don't know what the Relentless is capable of. We'll show them." Dr. Torres, a short and stocky woman with grease-streaked hands from countless hours in the engine room, grinned. "We've got some surprises up our sleeves. Our ship may look old, but we've made upgrades that even the Admiral doesn't know about." "Good," Sarah said, a rare smile crossing her face. "We'll use every advantage we have. The Krogans won't know what hit them." Back aboard the UNS Relentless, the crew set to work with a sense of urgency and purpose. The ship's corridors buzzed with activity as engineers and technicians made final adjustments and ran diagnostics. Dr. Elena Torres oversaw the enhancements to the ship's weapon systems and shields, her expertise invaluable in ensuring that every upgrade functioned flawlessly. In the armory, Lieutenant Mark Davis briefed the security teams. "We'll be the first into the fray," he said, his voice carrying a weight of authority. "Our job is to draw enemy fire and assess their capabilities. We need to be ready for anything." The soldiers nodded, their faces set with grim determination. They knew the risks, but they also knew their captain and trusted in her leadership. Meanwhile, Sarah and Jaden Park reviewed tactical simulations in the ship's command center. The holographic display showed various scenarios, each one highlighting different aspects of the upcoming engagement. "Our main advantage is unpredictability," Jaden said, his fingers flying over the controls. "The Krogans won't expect an old ship like ours to be this capable. We need to use that to our advantage." Sarah agreed, studying the simulations closely. "We'll focus on mobility and precision strikes. Hit them hard and fast, then fall back and regroup. If we can disrupt their formations, we'll give the rest of the fleet a fighting chance." As the crew worked tirelessly, the bond between them grew stronger. They were a family forged in the fires of countless battles, each member ready to lay down their life for the others. The sense of camaraderie and mutual respect was palpable, and it fueled their determination to prove themselves. In the days leading up to the mission, Sarah took time to speak with her crew individually, offering words of encouragement and listening to their concerns. Her leadership style was one of inclusion and empathy, and it had earned her the unwavering loyalty of her crew. On the eve of their departure, the Relentless glowed with an almost ethereal light as it powered up, ready for the challenges ahead. The modifications and upgrades were complete, and the ship hummed with a newfound energy. Sarah stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars. "This is it. she said softly, more to herself than to anyone else. Tomorrow, we show the galaxy what humanity is made of. Mark and Elena joined her, their faces reflecting the same mix of anticipation and resolve. We're ready, Captain, Mark said, his voice steady. Elena nodded, her eyes fierce. We'll make them regret underestimating us. Sarah smiled, a fierce pride welling up inside her. Then let's get to work. The Relentless is ready to unleash hell. The fleet departed from the Federation's grand spaceport, setting a course through the uncharted regions of space toward the Krogan Empire's border. The journey took them through treacherous territories, where navigational hazards and spatial anomalies tested the mettle of every ship and crew. The UNS Relentless, with its aged exterior and advanced modifications, moved in formation with the rest of the task force, its crew ever vigilant. Captain Sarah Mitchell stood on the bridge, her gaze fixed on the viewport. The vast expanse of space stretched before them, a dark and foreboding abyss. Despite the challenges ahead, Sarah felt a calm resolve. They had prepared for this moment, and she trusted her crew implicitly. Status report, she called out, her voice steady. Lieutenant Mark Davis at the tactical station responded promptly. All systems green, Captain. Shields are at full strength and weapons are primed. No signs of enemy activity so far. Dr. Elena Torres, monitoring the engineering readouts, nodded in agreement. The Relentless is holding up well. The new upgrades are performing better than expected. We're ready for whatever comes our way. Communications Officer Jaden Park, his hands moving deftly over the controls, added, No anomalies detected, Captain. We're on course and maintaining formation with the fleet. Sarah nodded, her confidence bolstered by her crew's competence. Good. Stay sharp, everyone. This is just the calm before the storm. The fleet pressed on, navigating through asteroid fields and plasma storms with practiced precision. The sleek alien ships moved with ease, but the Relentless held its own, its crew executing maneuvers with flawless coordination. The other ships' crews began to take notice, their earlier derision replaced with a grudging respect. As they neared the Krogan border, the tension aboard the Relentless heightened. Every crew member knew the stakes and the dangers that lay ahead. The Krogans were known for their brutal tactics and formidable ships, and the Federation fleet was heading straight into the lion's den. On the bridge, Sarah reviewed the latest intelligence reports with Jaden. The Krogans will likely have patrols along the border, she said, her tone thoughtful. We need to be ready for a potential engagement at any moment. Jaden nodded. I've been analyzing their previous attack patterns. They favor ambush tactics, hitting hard and fast. We'll need to stay vigilant and keep our formations tight. Sarah agreed. We'll rely on our agility and firepower to counter their attacks. Make sure all crew members are at their battle stations and ready to engage. As the Relentless approached the designated coordinates, the crew braced themselves for the impending confrontation. The ship's advanced sensors scanned the area, searching for any signs of the enemy. The silence of space was almost deafening, the calm before the storm. Suddenly the alarms blared, and Mark's voice rang out. Multiple contacts on the radar, Captain. Krogan patrol ships, closing in fast. The Krogan ships appeared on the view screen, sleek and menacing, their hulls bristling with weaponry. The Federation task force sprang into action, their ships moving to defensive positions. Admiral Torvek's voice crackled over the comms, issuing orders with the precision of a seasoned strategist. All units, prepare for engagement. Defensive formations now. The Relentless took its place at the forefront, its crew poised and ready. Sarah's voice was calm but firm as she addressed her crew. This is it, people. Stay focused and follow your training. We're going to show the Krogan what the Relentless is made of. The first shots were fired, bright streaks of energy lancing across the void. The Krogan ships moved with brutal efficiency, their tactics aggressive and relentless. The Federation fleet responded in kind, their coordinated strikes aimed at disrupting the enemy formation. The Relentless engaged with surprising agility, its advanced targeting systems locking onto the Krogan ships with deadly precision. Mark directed the ship's firepower, unleashing a barrage of missiles and laser blasts that tore through the enemy's shields. The Krogan ships, taken aback by the ferocity of the attack, faltered. Direct hit on their lead ship, Mark reported, his eyes gleaming with satisfaction. Their shields are down. Sarah seized the opportunity. Follow up with another salvo. Keep the pressure on them. Elena monitored the ship's systems, ensuring the weapons and shields remained at peak performance. Power levels are stable. We can maintain this rate of fire. The Relentless danced through the battlefield, evading enemy fire with deft maneuvers. The Krogan ships, though formidable, struggled to keep up with the unexpected agility and firepower of the human vessel. The other Federation ships, inspired by the Relentless's example, rallied and pressed the attack. Admiral Torvek watched in astonishment as the old human ship led the charge, its crew demonstrating unparalleled skill and coordination. The tide of battle began to turn as the Federation fleet capitalized on the opening created by the Relentless. The Krogan patrol, outmatched and outgunned, started to retreat. The Federation ships pursued, driving them back across the border. The first contact had ended in a decisive victory, and the Relentless had proven its worth. As the battlefield cleared, Sarah surveyed the scene, her expression one of grim satisfaction. "Good work, everyone. We've sent them a message they won't soon forget." Mark nodded, a rare smile crossing his face. "They'll think twice before underestimating us again." Elena's eyes sparkled with pride. "The Relentless still has a few tricks up its sleeve. This is just the beginning." Sarah's gaze turned to the stars ahead, her resolve stronger than ever. "Onward, then. The real battle lies ahead, and we're ready for it." The Relentless and its crew had taken the first step on their perilous journey, their courage and determination lighting the way. As the Federation task force ventured deeper into Krogan territory, the tension aboard the ships grew palpable. The fleet's progress had been steady, but the silence from the Krogan forces was unsettling. The crew of the UNS Relentless remained on high alert, their senses finely tuned to the slightest hint of danger. Captain Sarah Mitchell paced the bridge, her mind racing with possibilities. The Krogan Empire was notorious for its cunning and ruthlessness. They wouldn't let an incursion into their territory go unanswered. Sarah knew an ambush was imminent. It was just a matter of when and where. The fleet navigated through a dense asteroid field, the jagged rocks creating natural cover and complicating their path. Admiral Torvek's voice came over the comms, his tone wary. "Stay sharp, everyone. This is prime territory for an ambush." Suddenly, the Relentless's sensors flared with activity. Lieutenant Mark Davis's fingers flew over the console as he analyzed the readings. "Captain, we've got multiple contacts closing in fast. It's an ambush." Krogan ships burst from the cover of the asteroids, their weapons blazing. The Federation fleet found itself surrounded, outnumbered, and caught off guard. The Krogan warships, sleek and deadly, moved with coordinated precision, their attacks focused and relentless. Sarah's voice rang out, calm and authoritative. "All hands, battle stations, prepare for evasive maneuvers and return fire." The Relentless responded with practiced efficiency. Mark directed the ship's weapon systems, targeting the nearest Krogan ships with pinpoint accuracy. Explosions lit up the void as the Relentless's missiles and laser blasts struck home, but the sheer number of enemy ships threatened to overwhelm them. "Shields holding, but we're taking heavy fire," Elena reported from engineering, her hands moving swiftly over the controls, diverting power to forward shields and weapons. The Relentless wove through the battlefield, its agility and firepower defying its aged exterior. Sarah's tactical brilliance shone through as she directed her crew, coordinating their efforts to maximize their impact. "Focus on their command ship," Sarah ordered. "If we take it out, we'll disrupt their coordination." Mark nodded, targeting the Krogan command ship with a barrage of missiles. The enemy ship's shields flared under the assault, but it continued to press the attack. The rest of the Federation fleet struggled to regroup, their formation broken by the sudden ambush. Admiral Torvek's voice came through the comms, his tone strained but determined. "Relentless, we need a breakthrough. Can you clear a path?" Sarah's eyes narrowed. "We'll get it done, Admiral. All units follow our lead." The Relentless surged forward, its weapons blazing. The Krogan ships closed in, their fire concentrated on the human vessel. But Sarah and her crew were undeterred. They had faced worse odds before and emerged victorious. With a final, decisive strike, The Relentless's missiles breached the Krogan command ship's shields, detonating in a spectacular explosion. The enemy formation faltered, their coordination unraveling. The Federation ships seized the opportunity, rallying around the Relentless and pushing back against the Krogan forces. The ambush had been fierce, but the Federation task force, led by the Relentless, broke through the enemy lines. The Krogan ships, unable to maintain their assault, began to retreat. As the last of the Krogan ships disappeared into the void, a tense silence settled over the battlefield. The Federation fleet regrouped, assessing their damage and counting their losses. The cost had been high, but they had survived. Sarah took a deep breath, her gaze sweeping over the bridge. Her crew, though battered and exhausted, remained steadfast. They had proven their mettle once again. "Good work, everyone," she said, her voice carrying a note of pride. "We're not done yet. Prepare for the next phase." The Relentless had led the way through the ambush, and now they would continue their mission, undaunted and unbroken. The Krogan stronghold loomed ahead, a massive fortress of steel and stone nestled within a dense asteroid belt. It was a formidable sight, bristling with defenses and surrounded by a fleet of warships. The Federation task force, having survived the ambush, now faced its greatest challenge yet. Captain Sarah Mitchell stood on the bridge of the UNS Relentless, her expression resolute. They had come this far, and now it was time to deliver the decisive blow. "All hands, prepare for the final assault," she commanded. "We're going to hit them with everything we've got." Lieutenant Mark Davis, his face set with determination, scanned the tactical readouts. "Krogan defenses are heavily fortified. This won't be easy." Dr. Elena Torres, overseeing the ship systems, nodded in agreement. "We've made it this far, and we've still got a few tricks up our sleeve. Let's show them what the Relentless can do." Admiral Torvek's voice came over the comms, his tone grave but confident. "All units, commence attack. Follow the Relentless's lead." The Federation fleet advanced, their formation tight and their weapons ready. The Relentless took point, its engines roaring as it surged forward. The Krogan warships moved to intercept, their weapons lighting up the void with deadly intent. "Engage primary weapons," Sarah ordered, her voice calm and controlled. "Target their outer defenses first." The Relentless unleashed a torrent of firepower, its advanced weapon systems striking with precision. Missiles streaked through space, impacting against Krogan shields and creating fiery explosions. Laser beams cut through the darkness, carving a path through the enemy fleet. The Krogan ships responded with ferocity, their weapons pounding against the Relentless's shields. The ship shuddered under the assault, but Elena's skillful management of the systems kept them operational. "Shields holding, but we're taking heavy damage," she reported, diverting power to critical systems. Sarah's mind raced as she analyzed the battlefield. The Krogan forces were formidable, but they had a weak point, their command ship. "Mark, target their command ship. If we take it out, the rest will falter." Mark nodded, his fingers flying over the controls. "Locking on target, firing now." The Relentless's weapons focused on the Krogan command ship, unleashing a devastating barrage. The enemy ship's shields flared and flickered, struggling to withstand the onslaught. The rest of the Federation fleet, following the Relentless's example, pressed the attack, their combined firepower overwhelming the Krogan defenses. As the command ship's shields finally collapsed, the Relentless delivered the killing blow. A volley of missiles struck the ship's hull, detonating in a series of powerful explosions. The command ship disintegrated, its fragments scattering into the void. With their command structure destroyed, the Krogan forces began to crumble. The Federation fleet pushed forward, exploiting the opening created by the Relentless. One by one, the Krogan ships were destroyed or forced to retreat, their defenses unable to withstand the relentless assault. Sarah's voice carried through the ship, filled with resolve and determination. "Press the attack. Don't give them a chance to regroup." The Relentless moved with deadly grace, its weapons firing with precision and fury. The Krogan stronghold's outer defenses were breached, and the Federation ships advanced on the fortress itself. Explosions rocked the structure as missiles and lasers tore through its defenses. Inside the stronghold, panic spread among the Krogan defenders. Their once impenetrable fortress was falling, and their fleet lay in ruins. The Federation task force had achieved the impossible, led by the relentless determination of the human ship. As the last of the Krogan defenses crumbled, a triumphant cheer erupted aboard the Relentless. They had faced insurmountable odds and emerged victorious. The Krogan threat had been neutralized, and the Federation had proven its strength and unity. Admiral Torvek's voice, filled with respect and gratitude, came over the comms. "Captain Mitchell, the Relentless has led us to victory. Humanity has earned its place among the stars." Sarah stood on the bridge, her heart swelling with pride. "Thank you, Admiral. This victory belongs to all of us. We fought as one, and we triumphed as one." The Relentless had unleashed hell upon the Krogan forces, and in doing so, had secured peace for the galaxy. The journey had been arduous, but their courage and determination had carried them through. As Sarah looked out at the stars, she knew that the future held endless possibilities for humanity and its allies. With the Krogan command ship destroyed and their forces in disarray, the Federation task force capitalized on their momentum. The battered but unyielding UNS Relentless spearheaded the advance, driving deep into the heart of enemy territory. Captain Sarah Mitchell, standing resolutely on the bridge, issued orders with unwavering authority. "All units regroup and prepare for the final push," Sarah commanded, her voice cutting through the controlled chaos. "We've broken their lines, but we need to press our advantage. Focus on their remaining warships and support vessels." The Federation fleet responded with renewed vigor. The sleek, advanced ships of various alien species coordinated their movements, launching precision strikes against the Krogan remnants. The Relentless, its hull scorched and pitted from the relentless combat, moved with an almost predatory grace, its weapon systems firing with deadly accuracy. Lieutenant Mark Davis directed the ship's tactical operations, his eyes scanning the tactical displays. "We've got multiple targets, Captain, prioritizing the heaviest threats first." Sarah nodded, her mind racing through the tactical possibilities. "Good. Keep our formation tight. We need to protect the more vulnerable ships while maximizing our firepower." The battle raged on, the void of space lit up by the exchange of energy beams and missile trails. The Krogan warships, though formidable, struggled to mount a cohesive defense in the wake of their command ship's destruction. The Federation fleet's coordinated attacks disrupted their formations, exploiting every weakness with ruthless efficiency. The turning point came when the Relentless, leading a concentrated strike on a cluster of Krogan cruisers, managed to breach their defensive line. The combined firepower of the Federation ships overwhelmed the enemy, forcing the remaining Krogan vessels into a chaotic retreat. "Captain, we've broken through their main defensive line," Mark reported, his voice tinged with a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. "They're falling back." Sarah's eyes gleamed with determination. "We're not letting them regroup, pursue and engage. We need to ensure they can't mount another offensive." Dr. Elena Torres, monitoring the ship's systems, interjected. "We're pushing our systems to the limit, Captain. We can maintain this pace, but we'll need to make repairs soon." "We'll make do, Elena," Sarah replied, her tone resolute. "Right now, we finish this fight." The Federation fleet pressed their advantage, pursuing the retreating Krogan ships and targeting their support vessels. The Krogan forces, demoralized and disorganized, continued to fall back, their once formidable fleet now a shadow of its former self. Admiral Torvek's voice crackled over the comms, his tone imbued with respect. "Captain Mitchell, your leadership has turned the tide of this battle. The Krogan forces are in full retreat. We're securing the area and beginning mop-up operations." Sarah allowed herself a moment of relief. "Thank you, Admiral. Let's finish this and ensure they can't threaten the galaxy again." As the battle wound down, the Federation fleet regrouped, their victory secured. The Krogan threat had been neutralized, and the Federation had proven its strength and unity. The Relentless, though battered and scarred, stood as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. The Krogan stronghold loomed ahead, a massive fortress carved into a large asteroid, and surrounded by the remnants of their once mighty fleet. The Federation task force, having secured their victory in the previous battle, now prepared for the final assault. The objective was clear: dismantle the Krogan stronghold and ensure they could never again pose a threat to the galaxy. Captain Sarah Mitchell stood on the bridge of the UNS Relentless, her gaze fixed on the tactical displays. All units, this is our final push. We're taking out that stronghold and ending the Krogan threat once and for all. Stay focused and follow your training. We've got this. Lieutenant Mark Davis, his hands moving over the tactical console with practiced precision, relayed the orders to the crew. Target their outer defenses first. We need to create an opening for our ground forces to land. Dr. Elena Torres, ensuring the ship's systems were operating at peak efficiency, nodded. We've made it this far. The Relentless can take whatever they throw at us. As the Federation fleet advanced, the Krogan defenses opened fire. Energy beams and missile volleys streaked through space, aiming to repel the assault. The Relentless led the charge, its weapon systems unleashing a relentless barrage that tore through the enemy's outer defenses. Shields holding steady, Elena reported, her fingers flying over the controls. We're taking hits, but we can handle it. Sarah's eyes were steely with determination. Keep pushing. We need to break through their defenses and disable their command center. The Relentless and the accompanying Federation ships moved with precision, their coordinated attacks dismantling the Krogan defenses piece by piece. Explosions rocked the stronghold as the outer turrets and shield generators were destroyed, clearing the way for the ground assault. Ground teams, prepare for deployment, Sarah ordered. Mark, coordinate with the landing forces and provide cover fire. We need to ensure they can breach the stronghold. The Relentless's hangar bays opened, and dropships carrying Federation Marines and specialized assault teams launched towards the Krogan fortress. The ship's weapon systems provided covering fire, targeting enemy positions and clearing the path for the landing forces. Ground teams are away, Mark reported, providing support fire. As the dropships descended, the Federation fleet maintained their assault, suppressing the remaining Krogan defenses. The ground teams landed amidst the chaos, their advance rapid and coordinated. Explosions and the sounds of gunfire echoed through the stronghold as the Marines fought their way inside. Sarah monitored the operation closely, her heart pounding with anticipation. Keep the pressure on. We need to take that command center. Inside the stronghold, the Krogan defenders fought fiercely, but the Federation Marines were relentless. The battle raged through the corridors and chambers of the fortress, the Marines methodically advancing towards the command center. The turning point came when a team led by Sergeant Alex Ramirez breached the command center's defenses. Command center secure, Ramirez's voice crackled over the comms. The Krogan leadership is neutralized. Cheers erupted aboard the Relentless and throughout the Federation fleet. The stronghold had fallen, and with it, the Krogan threat was finally ended. Admiral Torvek's voice, filled with pride and relief, came over the comms. Excellent work, Captain Mitchell. The Krogan stronghold is neutralized. The galaxy owes you and your crew a great debt. Sarah allowed herself a rare smile, her eyes reflecting the hard-won victory. Thank you, Admiral. This was a team effort. The Relentless and the Federation stood together, and we've achieved something great. The Federation fleet regrouped, their mission accomplished. The Krogan Empire had been dismantled, and peace had been secured. The UNS Relentless, its hull battered, but its spirit unbroken, had led the way to victory. As Sarah looked out at the stars, she knew that humanity's future in the galaxy was brighter than ever. The Relentless had proven that even an old ship with the right crew and leadership could change the course of history. As the last remnants of the Krogan stronghold crumbled and the Federation forces secured their hard-won victory, the full weight of their struggle began to settle in. The battlefield was littered with debris from destroyed ships, and the cost of the engagement became painfully clear. The UNS Relentless, though still operational, bore the scars of numerous battles, its hull scorched and pitted. Captain Sarah Mitchell stood on the bridge, surveying the aftermath with a mixture of pride and sorrow. Her crew had performed beyond all expectations, but the price had been steep. Lives had been lost, and many more were injured. The Federation had triumphed, but the toll of war was always heavy. Status report, Sarah requested, her voice steady but tinged with weariness. Lieutenant Mark Davis, despite his fatigue, responded promptly. We've accounted for all personnel. Casualty reports are coming in. We lost several ships and many more are heavily damaged. The Relentless is holding, but we need immediate repairs. Dr. Elena Torres, her face lined with exhaustion, added, "Medical teams are working around the clock. We've got wounded in critical condition, but we're doing everything we can. Our systems are strained, but they're still functional." Admiral Torvek's voice came through the comms, his tone solemn. "Captain Mitchell, the Federation owes you and your crew a great debt. The Krogan threat is neutralized, but the cost has been high. We will begin rescue and recovery operations immediately. The Relentless will be prioritized for repairs and resupply." Sarah nodded, her eyes reflecting the burden of command. "Thank you, Admiral. We'll stabilize our wounded and prepare for the next phase. The Relentless will persevere." As the Federation fleet regrouped and began rescue operations, Sarah made her way to the ship's infirmary. The wounded lay on cots, tended to by medics and doctors working tirelessly to save lives. She moved among them, offering words of comfort and gratitude, her presence a source of strength for her crew. Dr. Elena Torres approached her, wiping sweat from her brow. "We've got our hands full, but we're managing. The crew's resilience is remarkable." Sarah placed a hand on Elena's shoulder. "You've done an incredible job, Elena. The Relentless wouldn't be here without you and your team." Elena nodded, her eyes determined. "We're all in this together, Captain. We'll get through it." In the days that followed, the Federation fleet worked tirelessly to stabilize their wounded, repair their ships, and secure the Krogan stronghold. The sense of camaraderie and mutual respect among the different species grew stronger, forged in the fires of battle. Sarah spent time with her crew, listening to their stories and sharing in their grief and triumphs. The bond between them was unbreakable, strengthened by the challenges they had faced and the victories they had won. With the Krogan threat neutralized and the immediate crisis averted, the Federation task force began their journey back to the grand spaceport. The UNS Relentless, though scarred from battle, led the fleet with a sense of pride and accomplishment. The ship had proven its worth, and its crew had earned the respect and admiration of their allies. Captain Sarah Mitchell stood on the bridge watching the stars streak by as they made their way home. The crew's morale was high, buoyed by their hard-won victory and the knowledge that they had made a significant impact on the galaxy's future. Lieutenant Mark Davis, standing beside Sarah, glanced at her with a rare smile. "It's been a long journey, but we did it. The Relentless has shown the galaxy what humanity is capable of." Sarah nodded, her eyes reflecting a deep sense of pride. "Yes, we did. And it's only the beginning. We've proven that we belong here, among the stars." As the fleet approached the spaceport, they were greeted by a flotilla of ships and a chorus of cheers from the assembled crews. The Relentless and its companions were hailed as heroes, their return a symbol of unity and strength. Admiral Torvek, his skin of vibrant blue and a sign of deep respect, met them at the docking bay. "Welcome home, Captain Mitchell. The Federation is in your debt. You and your crew have earned your place in history." Sarah accepted his praise with humility. "Thank you, Admiral. It was a team effort. Every member of this fleet played a crucial role." As the crew disembarked, they were met with applause and celebrations. The once mocked Relentless was now a symbol of resilience and determination, its crew hailed as heroes. The other species in the Federation viewed humanity with newfound respect and admiration. Sarah took a moment to reflect, standing at the edge of the docking bay and looking out at the bustling spaceport. She knew that this was just one victory in an ongoing journey. The galaxy was vast and full of challenges, but humanity had proven that they could face anything together. Back on Earth, Captain Sarah Mitchell and her crew were celebrated as heroes. Parades and ceremonies honored their bravery and accomplishments. The Federation's recognition of humanity's contributions marked a new era of cooperation and mutual respect among the diverse species. Sarah stood on a podium in front of a cheering crowd, her crew by her side. Federation leaders from various species had gathered to pay tribute. Admiral Torvek, standing next to Sarah, addressed the crowd. "Today we honor the brave souls who risked everything to secure our future," Torvek said, his voice resonating with pride. "The UNS Relentless and its crew have shown us the true meaning of courage and unity. Humanity has earned its place among the stars." The crowd erupted in applause, and Sarah stepped forward to speak. "Thank you," she began, her voice steady and clear. "This victory belongs to all of us. We stood together, fought together, and triumphed together. The Relentless may be just one ship, but it represents the spirit of humanity and our unyielding determination." As the celebrations continued, Sarah took a moment to speak with her crew. "We've achieved something incredible," she said, her eyes shining with pride. "But this is just the beginning. There are more challenges ahead, and we'll face them together." Lieutenant Mark Davis, Dr. Elena Torres, and Communications Officer Jaden Park stood with her, their expressions reflecting the same sense of accomplishment and resolve. They had become a family, united by their shared experiences and the bonds they had forged in the heat of battle. "We're ready for whatever comes next," Mark said, his voice firm. Elena nodded, a determined smile on her face. "The Relentless will always be ready." Jaden added, "We've proven ourselves, and we'll continue to do so." As the sun set on the celebrations, Sarah looked up at the stars, her heart filled with hope and determination. The galaxy was vast and full of possibilities. The journey of the UNS Relentless had shown that even the oldest ships and the most unlikely heroes could change the course of history. Humanity had faced its greatest challenges and emerged stronger. The Relentless and its crew were a testament to the power of courage, unity, and resilience. As they prepared for the next chapter of their journey, they knew that they would face whatever came their way with the same unyielding spirit that had brought them this far. The galaxy would never again underestimate the power of the human spirit. A new dawn had arrived, and with it, endless possibilities for the future. The UNS Relentless and its crew were ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead, their hearts filled with hope and their spirits unbreakable.